Greetings to all of you, my dear sisters and brothers and my dear friends. A warm welcome to all of you from your Pastor Yeti. Today, on this Monday, until the Friday, and then next coming week from Monday to Friday, we're going to start a new devotional study. I'm going to do 52 great stories of the Bible. Now, nowadays, people don't know many of the great stories of the Bible. They don't know about the call of Abraham from Ur or Ruth from Moab. They've never heard of Elijah, Joshua, Hezekiah, or Nehemiah. They don't know much about John the Baptist or Jesus' parents or Paul's conversion on the road to Damascus. These used to be stories everyone knew. But the sad truth is that now, as our society and our churches become increasingly biblically illiterated, many people, Christian and non-Christians, simply aren't familiar with them. So, what I'm going to do is, this study is in no way intended to replace good, rigorous Bible study. It is meant to supplement your Bible study if you're like so many people who have so little time for reading and must choose between either reading or book or reading the good book. Please put this back on the shelf. And obviously, I didn't set up a textbook here. This book is intended for use as a personal, daily devotional. So our study is going to be devotional to help you understand the full scriptural timeline from creation to eternity by showing how these great individual stories all come together into a much larger, cohesive narrative. And hopefully, by taking this approach, you'll be challenged to see your life as another part of this continually unfolding story. So each week, I will focus on one story and follow a deliberated pattern. For example, on Monday the readings will be the story itself, and we're going to try to tell the story as conversationally as possible, including details about the story's historical context. On Tuesday, we'll focus on the orthodoxy of the story, a description of how the story shapes our belief. And on Wednesday, we'll key into the orthopathy of the story, a discussion of how the story shapes our values. And on Thursday, we'll delve into the orthopraxy of the story, an explanation of how the story should shape our actions. And then on Friday, we conclude the week study and will guide you through a prayerful response to the story. So, let's start with our first story. The first story is from Genesis 1 to 2, and we call it Monday, the story. Before there was something, there was someone. Go back as far as your mind will allow you to, millions or billions of years. Go back beyond the creation of the world. before the existence of matter and energy, space and time. Drive a stake in the nothingness you imagine, and an odd things happens. From behind the mysterious nothingness steps a benevolent creator to greet you. This God revealed, but definitely not contained, in the Bible has always existed and will always exist. He exists as a communion of three persons, infinite, personal, triune, transcendent and immanent, all at the same time. It is for this eternal community of oneness that all others derive life, meaning, and purpose. It is from this eternal community of oneness that everything that exists is spoken into existence. From out of the depths of his love, he spoke light into being, separating it from darkness. He created spiral galaxies filled with innumerable stars, related to each other by distance that can only be measured in light years. And out of all the billions of places he could have chosen, he focused his attention on one tiny planet, lavishing upon the blue marble his love and creativity, giving it sun, moon, and stars, atmospheres, dry land and water, oxygen, cherry trees, grapevines, hammerhead sharks and falcons, wild boars and hairy apes and llamas. So much beauty around us for just two eyes to see. And at last, the pinnacle of God's creation, humans. He created us last as a testament to our inherent dignity, saving the best for last, so to speak. Or perhaps it was so who wouldn't try to tell him where to put things. One thing is pretty clear. He didn't need our help. It may sound trite and overused, but it's true nonetheless. God is God, and we are not. God created absolutely everything, and into this perfect garden of delight, he placed the man and eventually the woman, giving them dominion over everything else. God was the rule over them, and they were the rule over everything else. There, they lived in unbroken intimacy with God, with each other, and with the world around them. It was an idyllic existence. There was just one rule: no 10 Commandments. Not 613 laws. One rule. They were free to do anything they wanted except this one thing. Obeying the rule would serve as a reminder for them of who was really in charge. Their Creator, the one who ruled over them, told them to avoid just one thing. Don't eat the fruit of this one tree. How hard could that be? That's our first day. Our story. Genesis 1 and 2. Blessings to all of you, my dear ones. I hope that we will come together this following days. And you probably heard that it's not going to be on Saturday or Sundays, according to this devotional study. I'm not talking about my other podcast, okay? So, take your time and enjoy it. Blessings. This is your Pastor Yeti. Bye.